barware. Our passion is for the future.
I'm crazy, Captain!
Yes.
I'm not! Easy going right there. Look at him! One more to go.
Hey, chat.
Greetings from across the pond. I can talk. Jeep, help.
Hi. Good afternoon. Welcome to VRML Season 7. I'm not sure what week we're in, but hey, we are across the pond, like Psychaotic said. We've got Blast and Intoxicated come in here for a wild double header. How did we manage this one today, Psychaotic?
Okay, so this is like one of those weird places where everything had to line up at once to make this happen. This first set, because we are seeing two sets of Intoxicated versus Blast, this first set is a postpone from last week, and the higher powers that be in the Echo Gods, if you will, also determined that Intoxicated and Blast must play again this week because they didn't last week as punishment. So now we're going to see two sets of Intoxicated versus Blast back to back. This first one, though, going to kick off momentarily, I hope. We are running a smidge late here because I'm a train wreck, but that's okay. We're gonna get into it, and this is gonna be a good match, Deep. Can you provide some of this context here about these teams? Like where are we at on the EU ladder?
We're right here.
We're right here. We're at the top.
We are right here. Coming in on Blast, though, we have Beaver, JB, LB, Boop, and Yummery. And over on the Intoxicated side is Fiend, Ant, but UK, TTV, Winter, and Scoobert Do 2, which is gonna be a good time. We do have a Twitch poll going on down there, a prediction, if you will. So make sure you get that in real quick. You've got a couple more moments on that. Gonna be some good stuff. So I guess you get to do that twice.
Am I losing my mind here? Is Yamari rostered on Blast, or are they coming in as a sub? Hold on.
Oh, they have readied up, by the way.
A quick search will tell us. That's crazy how that works. Hold on. Never mind, my internet's not functioning fast enough. Or if somebody in the chat knows too, that would be great. Like, I apologize. I wish I could follow all of the teams everywhere. I just don't have the capacity to do so. No, they are not rostered, so they are coming in as a sub. So that may shake things up. We'll see how it impacts things as we get into this first round. Right here, right now, away we go. First touch going to go to Intoxicated. Sending that one over for the waiting stack. Now over to Fiend down low, crossing, connecting, finding Ant Butt UK, but he's going to slow this one down, backing it out. Now over to Scoobert. Scoobert looking for the pass or the shot, not sure which, but either way, he's going to split the difference here, and that is going to be a turnover and clear for Blast.
And that disc is going to be right there in the hands of Scoobert. Again, going to get stunned out, but able to get that disc down the arena first into, well, it's going to be JB making an interception. JB is trying to get away from the Intoxicated crew, but they are persistent and continue with the stuns. Beaver going to pick it up, though, sending it all the way in to the bubble and off the ring again, but Ant is there to make that grab.
Excellent stuff there, and he's going to slow this one way down, playing cautiously in his own bubble for just a moment, looking for that clear, but Boop says no. He is hiding there on the back line. Easy pickup for that interception. Now working his way forward, finding Beaver up high on the ceiling. He will drag out the defense here all the way out of the bubble before firing low, looking for Boop there, going to bounce into the hands of Scoobert. No, Boop in the area. Just kidding, he can't get there either, and eventually it's Winter! Doing my best Lockie impression there, who sends it all the way through.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I did look it up because somebody in the Twitch chat said it. These are ranked first and second. So this is going to be hopefully a fantastic, very tight match, which is what we're seeing right now. That disc is going to be back through the tunnel into the hands of Ant. Ant is going to continue moving that in as the stack do come in, but Boop is there making that interception, getting that disc away from Winter, and send it right back through the tunnel and all the way down into the blue end where it's picked up by Beaver for an open 3, and Blast is on the board first here in round 1.
That took us a lot longer than I was expecting it. I mean, usually when we come in here with these EU games, they know how to play fast, especially these two titans right here. This is teams number 1 and 2 in the EU region, and finally it is going to be Blast getting that first 3-pointer on the board, but eventually the floodgates will open, and maybe that's where it starts, as this is going to be handled by Winter in the tunnel, sending it back now, connecting with Fiend. Fiend firing it back under pressure from the stack. Reset is good. Not going to have a ton of time here. JBLB coming up to pressure, forces this one to get sent all the way through to Ant, but Boop with the grab, but cannot hold it as he gets stunned out. Intoxicated, just kind of narrowly holding onto this possession here, trying to deal with the pressure from Blast. Eventually, Fiend will feed it through once again. This time, it's Winter. Winter looking at an open goal, not for long. Goalie doesn't get turned, and that's it for the 3. Return fire from Intoxicated. We are tied.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, it took them a while to get those points on the board, and now we seem to be finding some momentum from both teams. Maybe they were just hungry and needed a little something to get them moving. Also, Cedric did say hello to both of us, and we're happy that you are here joining us, as well as we are everybody in the Twitch chat. You guys hanging out with us, we greatly appreciate you being here. That disc is going to go right through the midfield. JB going to send it all the way down into the bubble, but it is going to be grabbed by Scoobert. Scoobert is going to send it right back down. Oh, a beautiful pass play here, and a little boost and clear as they get that disc through, but it's going to be, well, still in the hands of Ant. Ant going to send that one down quickly to Scoobert. Scoobert across the arena into the hands of Fiend. Fiend walking it back out just a bit over to Ant. Trying to stay away from the Blast crew and going to sink another one in is Fiend, taking the 2-point lead.
There we go. That is exactly what Intoxicated was looking for here. Blast may have gotten the early points, but they have found their answer, finding their first lead of the round, of the game, in fact. We are still not even halfway through this first round, so let's see how Blast plans to answer back to that. It's going to start with the QB here from Boop. Quick pass over, connecting with JBLB. Under pressure from the front stack, doing some moves to find that reset lane back to Boop. Boop, though, under that same pressure. Now back to JB, now back to Boop. Back and forth we go, but finally fed on through. Gonna connect with Yamari. Yamari looking for the shot, but that was bait. That was bait. Scoobert hiding there, taking that one and sending it up for the waiting stack, but no, just kidding. JBLB there first, able to fling this one up to Boop. Blast has kept this possession alive as they line up outside of the bubble, ready to try this one again. It's Beaver sending it over, connecting with Boop. Now back over to Beaver. Beaver to Boop. Boop looking for one more. There we go. Yamari looking to drive, but denied by the goalie. And it looks like Intoxicated may find a way to get it through this time.
They are. Also, a quick thank you for the hydrate there in the Twitch chat. Aviant coming in with a hydrate, and JJ Twins coming in with a sub. Thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate it. And I'm watching Psychaotic right now take a drink, and I've already taken mine. That is going to be Ant with the disc now, holding onto it, getting that one across to Winter. Kind of taking their time there. Going to get a beautiful pass down. Quick send as that stack does move in. Yamari going to send it right back down into the bubble. Nice stack work going on, and Yamari takes the goal, and it's tied 5-5 with 5 left on the clock.
5, 5, and 5 really speaks a lot about the pacing of this game. I mean, both teams only have 2 sets of points on the board halfway through this first round. This has been a game of chess. We have seen these two teams just kind of try to feel each other out here, figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work, and it is all going to come down to these final 5 minutes here in this first round to see who takes it. And what a defensive read from that Blast stack. Incoming pressure on the goalie. Oh my goodness! Beaver manages to sneak that one through the goalie, even though they got the block successfully. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Blast, and they're going to go up 8-5.
You could see that one coming. He grabbed the disc, and there were 2 of them there, and they're moving down, and I could feel it for that poor goalie as they're sitting there, and you could see the player fly right in, gonna just take that stun, and it worked. Nice teamwork indeed. Fiend with the disc, gonna send it all the way through the midfield down to the hands of Ant. Ant right back, but the tunnel was covered, and that is going to be a turnover there as Blast does manage to get away with the disc. JB going to send it back for a nice little reset to Boop. Boop going to send it across down into the hands of Beaver, who is going to find teammate Yamari on the floor. Back to Beaver again. What passing here, but it's going to be intercepted by Intoxicated and sent right back out again.
Yep, right back out through that cross-side tunnel. Beaver in the area first. Oh, narrowly ducks that stack incoming from Intoxicated, and he'll feed it back right where it came from, up to Yamari. Yamari sending this one low. Gonna take an unfortunate bounce along the way. Does not matter. Beaver, the beast, gonna get there first. Sends it over to JBLB, but he will not have the same luck. However, that fling backwards just kind of perfectly works as a reset, so if it works, it works. Blast holding on to this possession here. Boop now to Yamari. Yamari looking for one more, but gonna find Beaver instead just outside the bubble. He's now working his way down on the wall. A couple of teammates in the bubble, but this defense from Intoxicated has been incredible. There we go. The pass is fired, but somebody already on them, forcing the turnover that Intoxicated is able to send through.
And the stacks do come in as that possession, well, it was stolen right back again by JB there with the disc and sent through to Beaver. Beaver going to find a teammate, Yamari, on the floor, waiting for that disc. Waiting for a move, I should say, as Beaver does move in, taking possession of the disc. Just keeps walking it right forward. You can see them on some pretty defensive play here. Intoxicated is as Blast moving forward. Very, very methodical in their advance.
Yep, absolutely. And here we go. Looks like finally, there we go. Blast finding that lane. JBLB over to Boop, waiting on the shield, excuse me, and he's able to sink that one in for the 2. So Jeep, that is going to get Blast up by 5 points here with 2 minutes remaining. That's a minimum of 2 goals, assuming one of them is a 2. There's still plenty of time for 3 2s as well, but this is where Intoxicated really starts to need to keep an eye on the clock.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because if, I mean, a lot can change, right? 2 minutes is not a whole lot of time, but at the pace that they've been scoring between both teams, it's not, well, it could be too short also, especially with what they're doing right now. They are holding on to possession of the disc, but they're, well, every time you pass it like that, you are opening up that opportunity for and one little tiny mistake, and that is what they needed right there as Blast grabs that disc sitting all the way down. Nice snatch from Fiend, but going to be taken right back again by Yamari. Yamari going to back up a little bit. Fiend definitely hungry. Sitting that disc all the way into the bubble, and it's going to bounce right back out again and into the hands of JB. JB hanging on to it. Intoxicated really needs to get that disc and get it back down to the other end of the arena because they are running out of time.
No way. No way. What a save by Scoober Doo. Oh my goodness, his JBLB really just did that to him. That would have been something, but it is headed the other way. Recovered here by Antbutt UK. Desperately making some time and space. Fires over to TTV Winter, but gets stuffed by the incoming stack. And that's going to be picked up by Blast. Looking to send this one through. It will not make it there, though. Winter with a pickup. Stolen back by JBLB. JBLB just trying to make some time and space for himself. Waiting for those teammates to get up the arena, but waits too long as this bounces back into the hands of Antbutt. Antbutt going low, looking to connect with Scoobert, but instead that's Beaver hitting this reset back to Boop for Blast. Boop now forward again, finding JBLB. It looks like Blast is going to take a second here, shift into this passive playstyle. They're up by 5, right? They don't have to. There's 40 seconds remaining. All they've got to do is prevent a score, which they almost found there. Not going to go in, though, as this bounces back out of the bubble. Incoming players, who's there first? This is going to be huge for Intoxicated. They need points here and now, and I don't think they're going to find it as Beaver sends this one all the way through.
Yeah, they're definitely burning the clock down, which, I mean, that's very wise for Blast right now. They do have possession of the disc. Beaver moving right into the bubble, looking for the cut pass. Going to just take the shot instead, stretching that lead again as Blast moves into a solid position here for taking round 1.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to do it here. Round 1 going to go to Blast, 12-5. So what a round here. I mean, we saw it took both of these teams a minute to get going, really. It took almost 2 minutes for Blast to find that first 3-pointer that kicked us off here in round 1. From there, we saw 5 points as an answer from Intoxicated, but from then on, it was Blast's game, honestly. That's 9 unanswered points from them to take their lead back and then win this first round. And it's in my opinion, what I'm seeing, what I think it comes down to here is the positioning that we're seeing from Blast, right? So like every little mistake that they make or that Intoxicated makes, Blast is always in the correct position to then win that back and capitalize on that opportunity. You know, a little bit of a flubbed pass where Intoxicated kind of gets a clear, not all the way through. They've already got a stack together, or they've already got Beaver or JBLB just kind of in the area reading those. And it's been really incredible how quickly they're able to track it down and then create opportunities of their own.
Absolutely, they are, and they're super fast at doing it. But and that's the thing, right? Both teams have had some fantastic plays. Their passing is on point. Their stacks are incredible, and it's a lot of fun to watch these guys. We do see Amput there in the Twitch chat. Dude, you've got a game. Get back out of here. Don't hang out with us. As much as we love you being here, you kind of got somewhere else to be. Okay, so I have a question, Psychaotic. You may know this. What happens if Blast, say, takes the first game and then Intoxicated takes the second? Will they pretty much negate each other or not?
So that starts getting into the weird intricacies of MMR that I don't know the answers to, if I'm going to be quite honest. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out, or if what order they win in matters. I really, really don't know. All that matters in this immediate moment to both of these teams is win both. And then I'm sure that's exactly what both these teams are looking to do, as Blast is looking for these early points. Oh no, back and forth we go. Defense forcing a little bit of a break up there, but not a turnover, as it is recovered by Beaver, getting a break check there, and then flings this one back. But I do not think there's a backliner in the area. No, Winter going to be there first for Intoxicated, creating some time and space here. This is really good patience that we've been seeing all game long from both of these teams. When they get the turnover, they're not just immediately clearing it. They're looking for those pass options. They're getting those stacks together, which is exactly what you expect from high tier play like this. And it works. They're able to keep these possessions. They're able to convert on more of them, as it now looks like Intoxicated is setting up outside of the bubble of Blast here, looking for their first points. But Beaver, what a read! Gets a great stun there, a great steal, and it looks like he's going to feed this one through for a stack, but that stack is going to be Intoxicated's.
It is, as Winter picks it up right there in the bubble. I was worried about him there for a second because it looked like they were going to overshoot it, but they didn't. They did not. They managed to get it back under control, which was really nice to see. Lots of stunning going on as Scoobert does pick it up again right there in the midfield area. Gets it right back to Amput. Amput going to turn around and pass it back for a reset to Fiend, who's going to send it back to Winter again. The passing is phenomenal. Fiend with the disc right now, looking for the best option, going to find it across the arena in the hands of Amput, who is going to maneuver around some geos there, but that is going to be the stun and steal that we were talking about a few minutes ago. Those little tiny mistakes hold it for just a second too long, and it's back in the other team's possession. Beaver with the disc on the ceiling, backing back out as Fiend does move in.
Absolutely great possession here that we're seeing from Blast. 2 minutes into the second round, and we're still not seeing a score. So, kind of like that first round there, it's taking these teams a minute to get it going here in the second round. That clear, though, not going to make its way through. Recovered by Boop once again here for Blast, under pressure from Winter, and Winter's having none of it. Here comes Winter as he sends that all the way through the tunnel, bouncing around here, looking for a teammate, but is only going to find the hands of Boop. But again, that Winter versus Boop fight goes to Winter, and this time it's going right in the goal for the first 3 of this round.
Okay, so that took a little longer. That took 20 seconds longer than round 1 did, and that being Intoxicated getting on the board first here. That's very good for them. I would love to have been a fly on the wall during that break there to see what they were discussing and how they're going to change things up. Jazz advantage in the hands of Blast as Boop grabs that disc, sending it right through the midfield and all the way down to Yamari, waiting patiently on the ceiling and across. Oh, nice opportunity there, advanced on, and fantastic save again by Scoobert, sending it just right back through the tunnel as the stack moves in. They are flying all the way. Ampa with the disc. Oh no! A ding off the ring, and that is going to result in that little mistake.
Yeah, that is not only just an unfortunate ding, but then an unfortunate bounce. That stack was already together from Intoxicated trying to track it down, and they may have not gotten it there, but they'll find it here, stealing that one away from the Blast players. Long 3 comes in, no good. Gonna bounce off of the backboard and out of the bubble. Winter in the area, as are all of these Blast players. Winter gets the slap, looking for Ant, but will not find it. Beaver gets the pickup instead for Blast, but not the clear. Scoobert do on the back lines, got something to say about it. Just in the right place at the right time, and that's what we were talking about between these rounds. Like, now it's Intoxicated's turn. Their positioning has been impeccable. They have figured out what was going wrong there with Blast, and they're kind of doing the same thing now here as well, shifting into this possession game, really spreading themselves out, not afraid to take time and space for themselves to find that perfect setup before finally looking to push into the bubble. That's Fiend looking to drive, and oh no! Off the ding ring, so close, but actually a pass to the teammate, so it all works with that reset. Now back into the hands of Winter, though, up to Fiend. Fiend on the wall, looking for one on the way in. Scoobert do a bold behind the back shot that will not work, and it looks like Blast may be out of danger here.
For a moment, as Fiend does move in, breaking up that stack. Yamari with the disc, going back to reset there in the tunnel to Boop. Boop gonna quickly send it across to JB. JB right back, but it's intercepted and sent right back to Winter for a goalie reset. Back down to Fiend again, trying to get that disc out of the bubble, but that is going to be a headbutt save, maybe a hand save. Could you tell what that was? Oh gosh. All right, Yamari with the disc right now.
I was muted. Oops, I was coughing, and yep. Never mind. Go ahead. My bad.
No worries. Okay. So could you tell what that save was? What is a head or was it a hand?
I think that's maybe like the one time Fiend has been super grateful to have such a big forehead on his Echo unit. I don't think that was intentional at all, but it worked out for the best because it's kept Blast scoreless.
Oh, it did. And Scuba gonna make that grab right there in the tunnel, backing away from JB, gonna send it back for a reset to Winter, who's gonna send it right back down in the hands of Fiend. Fiend gonna keep moving that disc forward, looking for the best option right now as their defense moves out. You know, they're not holding a very tight bubble right now, which is very interesting because in round 1 we saw a lot more bubble defense, and we're not really seeing that right now because I think the play is just so much wider. That disc was going to be all the way down into the bow tie area there as JB picks it up, moving in, going to send it high into the hands of Boop. That was going to be in off of Scoobert.
Oh, so I don't know if that was through the hands, but either way, the stun came through on Scoobert, so I think that was going in regardless. Excellent work there from Blast, great coordination, and they have certainly earned those first 2 points on the board for them in this round. They're still down, though. I mean, that's crazy. Jeep, we have 4 minutes left in the second round, and there's 2 goals on the board, and it's not even. Like, there's still a 1-point difference here for Blast to try to fight to come back from, whereas Intoxicated obviously trying to hold on to that. This one's going to get fed all the way through, and but UK, what a move there on the double diamond to take care of that incoming stack, make that time and space, and this is some excellent possession we're seeing right now from Intoxicated. Great moves to try to keep it away from this Blast stack, but finally they have struck. Long shot comes in, it's going to go off the backboard, up into the hands of Yamari, but the reload does not come through in time. JBLB, though, gets the recovery, looking to send it over to Boop. A little miscommunication there means this is another possession here for Intoxicated.
Okay, so that last goal took almost 4 minutes for them to get on the board. That was
That's
wild.
crazy.
Compared to what it was in round 1, absolutely. Amp up right now with the disc, gonna send it all the way in, but the stack does come in, making that grab. Beaver with the disc now, gonna turn that one around, trying to get it right back out of there. Amp up is moving into that space. They do get that disc down to JB. JB trying to avoid the stack there and gonna get it all the way. Oh man. This game is killing me. This is a fantastic game.
A 3?
JB, a 3.
How was that a 3? He's at the top of the bubble. I saw. What? You know what? The Echo Gods have spoken. Blast is going to go up 5-3 here with 2.5 minutes remaining by the time that those doors open. This is getting down to the wire. This pacing cannot continue here. If both of these teams really want to win it right now, Intoxicated has got to find an answer if they want to see a round 3, or we'll be starting that second set on time despite starting this one late. That's okay, though. JBLB going to pick this one up off the wall here, fighting. No, just kidding. That's Beaver. Beaver with another quick answer here from Blast. It's going to get them up now 7-3. That's a minimum of a 2-goal difference here with 2 minutes remaining. You know, yes, Intoxicated is definitely capable of that, but considering the defensive work that we have seen from Blast, it is still a hard ask.
It is definitely. I was looking at some of the times here. In round 1, we had Intoxicated coming in with a goal at 7:30 and then again at 6:30 roughly. And so far we've seen them come in at 7:42, but that is about it. So I'm really hoping that they can get another one on the board here pretty quick to maybe balance this out a little bit more, maybe get us to a round 3. Although I'm not sure that having 2 back-to-back here, they want that. That's going to be a nice turnover there.
Oh my!
And sending that one in. Oh no, a ding off the ring, and it's not quite going to be finished just yet as Boop sends it across to Beaver, and Beaver going to take that shot, getting 2 more points up on the board for Blast.
Okay, so breaking this down numbers wise right now, Blast up 9-3. They're up by a margin of 6. There is technically time for 3-2s if Intoxicated moves very, very quickly, but that set of points right there basically guarantees that Intoxicated has to be looking for 3s here. That is a minimum of 2 3s and not a lot of time to do it when you have that 20 seconds between goals. Let's see if they can do it though. And but UK receiving this one through the tunnel. Now on the Pac-Man, looking to find his way into the bubble, firing over to Fiend. Fiend looking for the quick points, and that is exactly what they needed there. Or maybe not. I mean, that 2-pointer did just get them back within 4 points, but they've left themselves about 40 seconds here to go to find those last 2 sets of points. There's a minimum of 20 seconds there between the goals. Intoxicated is really under the gun here when it comes to time.
They are. They've got, like you said, they've got 2 goals they have to get really quick.
Oh my
Although
gosh.
doing it like that will help.
I mean, when you got Fiend on the scene like that, and it's no big deal. What a read there from Intoxicated, getting this one picked up and sent in just 4 seconds. So now, with a 1-point difference and about 15 seconds left to go, Intoxicated's got to move quickly, and that also actually just prevented Blast from going for the own goal if they were able to burn enough time off the clock. But here we go. Boop getting this one in the mid, sending it on through. Though that stack needs to get there here and now. 5 seconds remaining. Yamari just happy to hold on to this one to take us to a round. No, just kidding. We're not going to see round 3. That's it. This first 2 rounds are going to go to Blast. They have just taken it, but we are going to see more rounds after this because we're seeing this matchup again right after.
We are. Now, whether they'll change sides or not, I don't know. We'll see. What a fantastic match. I really, there was a part of me that I was like, if they just had like 2 more seconds, they could have turned that one around in the tunnel and sunk a long 3 and maybe had it. well played by both teams there. Fantastic, fantastic. And I think I'm looking at the Twitch chat, and I think the viewers were just as surprised at that last goal there as we were. So that was wild. Fantastic.
Oh, yes. Speaking of channel points, I need to figure out how prediction polls work. How do I do this? Who won? Choose outcome. That's Blast, right? I'm not about to like give out 20,000 channel points to the wrong team. Okay, Blast. Complete prediction. There we go. First set going to go to Blast. Congratulations to them. But they're not done yet. Like we mentioned earlier, these teams are about to go again in a second set. It looks like we might actually already see the ready ups come through. I'm not totally sure if they're planning on taking a little bit of a break here or not. But either way, we should be getting into this quickly.
Yeah. Our H Penny, I'm going to just ask, are you good? Or do we need to leave and come back? Okay, we're good. We're just going to keep going because they rematched and they have readied up, and it is a whole fresh start, so we can scrap everything we just saw. And this will be interesting to see how this one pans out here in this incredible match here between Blast and Intoxicated. If you're just joining us, Blast is over on the orange side, Intoxicated over on the blue. A quick header going to get that is all the way down, but it's going to be returned by Scoobert right through the midfield and all the way down. It's going to be intercepted by JB. Also, you can get the prediction started for this second game. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Scoobert going to pick it up, sending it into the bubble. Not quite into the goal, though. And stacks do come in as Winter picks it up, sinking it in, and Intoxicated is on the board 30 seconds into this first round.
I do want to note that prediction poll has a much smaller window of time here. You saw these two teams already play. You know how to make your decision. Do it here and now. We're not waiting to see how this impacts. How going into this first round will impact those choices. And speaking of impacts, oh my goodness, early impact from Intoxicated with that 3-pointer. And here comes Blast looking to answer back. This one's going to be handled by Beaver. Now down low, connecting with Yamari. Overcross to JBLB on the floor. This is looking cool, calm, and collected from Blast as they work their way into the bubble with numbers. There we go. JBLB pulling out Scoobert to open the shot lane. Return fire from Blast. They're down by 1.
Okay, well, you know what? We wanted another good game, and I think we're definitely going to see it. We also, a quick hydrate there coming in from Tantalulu. So, Tantalulu, sorry. Thank you so much for that. We greatly appreciate you, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Fiend with a quick grab. Going to get that disc down into Winter's hands, who's going to send it across the arena, but it's going to be intercepted by Beaver, and that stack is ready to go. They are sending it through, but Winter was in the way.
Was that a headbutt? Was that intentional?
I
don't know what that was, but that was gorgeous. However, Blast is not going to stand for that. They win back the possession, but oh no, loose once again. Who's going to be there first? JBLB tracking it down on the nose before sending it cross, but Scoobert Dude's got something to say about it. We saw some fans there of Scoobert in the chat, and they summoned that play into fruition here. But oh no, mishandling there. Recovered here by Beaver on the wall, doing a little bit of taunting, looking for that lane, but he will not find it off the head of the defense, but still manages to win it back for Blast. They're not done yet as JBLB backs this one out to Yamari at the Pac-Man. Yamari playing cautious here, keeping an eye on those options. Finds one in the form of Boop there, cross on the Nugget. Under some pressure, forces that pass down low to JBLB, looking to drive one more cut on the menu for Beaver, and that goes in for the 2.
Nicely done. Wow. All right. They have found their mojo, and they are definitely rolling with it right now here in round 1. It's just a 1-point game still, though, and we are 2.5 minutes in. So this will be a wild 7 minutes, 20 seconds there as Intoxicated hits Joust advantage. That's going to be Fiend making that grab. Just going to hang on to it as the players are moving into that space. They're going to get that disc across. Winter sending it all the way down into the into the bubble. If that would have gone in, I would have just been done.
I thought it was. I'm on sideline view, and I was like, oh my gosh, is that in? And then it was nowhere close, so whoops, my bad. But hey, anyway, Intoxicated is still fighting here in the Blast bubble. Finally, Blast finds a way to get that one sent away, but not through just yet. Going to require a little bit of help from JBLB, but that one's going to bounce and stall in the mid as well. Looks like stacks are in the area. JBLB, there we go, back for more. 19 meters a second from 14 meters out. That's another 3 on the board for Blast. They are looking for the clean sweep today in both of these sets.
They are. Wow. Okay, well, Intoxicated going to have the opportunity now to mix things up and come back with it as the Joust advantage. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. They are going to make that grab. That's going to be Fiend with the disc right now. Going to send it down quickly into the hands of Scoobert. Scoobert across the arena, but the stack is moving in, and they are having to send that disc very, very quickly. Scoobert now with the disc. Everybody though is well, getting into position. You can see them pairing up and those stacks starting to fly in, which is always fun to see. Amp up now with the disc moving right into the bubble, going to send it across to Scoobert, but Scoobert going to get stunned out and loses possession. And that's going to be Beaver making that clear all the way through the tunnel.
Yep, all the way through, taking a really good bounce in the area as a self-pass, but Scuba Doo gonna track it down instead, firing that reset to TTV Winter, now up high, connecting with Fiend. Fiend looking for the relief pass over there on the cross, but JBLB had other ideas as he receives the bounce instead. He'll fire this one up now, finding Yamari. Yamari forward, looking for Beaver. That's gonna connect as well on the wall and maybe looking to drive here. There we go, you could see it. He eyed up that lane, moving down from the ceiling, from the Geo, and now in for the 2.
All right, Blast definitely taking a strong lead here in round 1 of this second match today. They've got to be feeling pretty confident. And, I wonder how much of that mental aspect is playing with them right now, because Intoxicated, they played great. They played incredible. I wish I could play with half the speed that they do. But, taking a loss and then turning around and playing again, I wonder how much mentality that has there, what kind of effect that has on their game. And for Blast as well, right? They're coming off a solid win, and to return that one right in, still trying to get that one in the goal, and it is going to go. More points on the board for Intoxicated.
See, I almost wonder if that works out in Intoxicated's favor, right? Like we saw at the end of that last round, they were down by 1. They had that insane read from Fiend, returned for the quick 3. They got themselves within 1. And even if it wasn't enough to win the match, that moment still probably felt so good, had them so hyped. Maybe they were like, you know what, let's just get into it while the adrenaline's still going, if that makes sense. And now they're back within 4 points. This is still very doable for Intoxicated as another good read comes through from the stack. TTV Winter sending it over to Fiend. Fiend firing it through for the waiting stack. That is looking good as it bounces into the bubble. Down low, no, bounces away from the teammate, and it's Beaver instead for Blast, getting the pickup and looking to send it away, but not through, as Fiend gets the recovery for Intoxicated. He'll send this one down, finding Winter on the floor. Now up high, connecting with Antbutt on the shield, maybe looking to drive here, looking for that cut on the way in. Winter handling it, needs another relief pass, but that may turn into a self-clear. No, Fiend is able to get the pickup for Intoxicated instead to save this possession for them. Winter now firing over to Antbutt UK on the wall, looking for these options, finds one in the form of Fiend. Now to Winter. Winter doing some dipsy doodles, trying to drive his way up. It turns into a self-pass, but they're not done yet. Back over to Antbutt. Antbutt looking for Winter, and this time he will not be denied. Getting a little behind the back, 360 in for that 2-pointer. It's going to bring this down to just a 2-point difference.
Oh boy, I was really happy to see they weren't just wildly taking the shots there, because all of Blast was on such strong defense, and they were all right there in the goal. So you're not getting that in when you've got 3 or 4 people right there waiting on it. So they definitely took their time, and it was really nice to see them if they weren't afraid to back it back out a little bit as needed, which is really nice. JB with the disc right now, gonna send it in, but it's gonna be intercepted and stolen again though. Winter to JB and back to Ampa. Ampa is going to send it right through, and no one is there to grab that disc. The stacks do come in, but it's gonna wind up in the hands of JB. Now with the disc, gonna send it all the way up to the top to Beaver there. Beaver is just going to keep moving that down the arena, gonna find an open goal, and it is good.
Oh, that is... I mean, if you're Blast, you're hype as heck right now. You sunk in that 3-pointer. That is going to get you up by 5 points, which is obviously not the perfect position to be in, but being up by 2 scores with about 2 minutes remaining is always a good spot. If you're Intoxicated, you just got to shake that off, right? We've all been there. Oops, thought you were in goal. No, you thought I was in goal. It happens. They've just got to answer back quickly, shake that one off, and that is exactly what they're looking to do here, as that gets sent into the bubble, but Beaver's going to be there first for Blast, turning it the other way, finding Boop in the mid. Boop now bounces this one on through, looking to connect with a teammate, but it's going to find Winter instead for Intoxicated. Under all of the pressure, he finds that relief pass through, cross in the mid. He's looking to fire the cloud shot, but just a bit off. Instead, going to bounce it back into the hands of Beaver for Blast.
And that disc is right back out again as the stack is ready. Nice dribbling, but it's going to get hung up there in the tunnel area. Scoobert taking possession, losing possession. Boop taking possession, losing possession to Fiend. Fiend losing possession to JB, and they're going to sink that one all the way in off the back wall again. And wow, it went all the way out. It was not even close. Beaver now with that disc losing possession to Antbutt. Antbutt able to get through the tunnel and send that one all the way into the orange end, as it does bounce off the back wall again.
Yep, off of the wall, but not through just yet. JBLB getting an excellent block there to win back this possession for Blast and just flings this one on through. Looking good here. It's going to take his bounce up high. Winter and Fiend together, though. What a pivot. What a pivot. We don't see that in NA play, but like we see it here, and it's just always a treat. I can't get over it. Fiend wins that one back, sending it over to Antbutt UK. Antbutt now up high to Scuba Doo, playing cautiously on the wall here. Now firing it low, finding Fiend. Fiend under pressure, looks for the drive anyway. It's going to go off the head of the defense, but Scuba Doo says, we're getting it in. That's in for the 2. It's going to bring Intoxicated back within just 3 points and not a lot of time left to go to find it.
No, they got 30 seconds, and they need a mistake right now. They need Blast to make a mistake, especially on this joust. If Blast, which we haven't seen them make a mistake on Joust, but if they made a mistake right now, that's exactly what Intoxicated needs. That is going to be, there is a mistake right there. Oh my goodness. Antbutt with the disc, moving right in, going to find Fiend, but Fiend going to get stunned out, losing possession. That disc is back into the midfield, right down into the floor, as it's picked up by Antbutt. 8 seconds left on the clock. Oh, it's in the hands of Antbutt again, but stolen away and sent all the way down into the blue end, and that is going to be round 1 for Blast.
My heart can't handle these, y'all. I'm not built. This is why I retired. I'm not built for this anymore, guys. What a play there from Blast. What a win here in this first round of the second set. Excellent, excellent defensive work. And great hustle, great drive from Intoxicated. And I don't just say that, like I really mean it. Back and forth, they went there in the mid, trying to keep that possession alive. But in the end, it was going to be Blast to take it. So, let's look at this round, and then let's also look at the context here. Blast just took that round. Again, it was just a 1-score difference. This time it was 3 points, which is a bit more than what it was last round, but still a 1-goal difference. If you're Intoxicated here, like, what do? If you're in the tunnels, what are you talking about? You lost that first set in the first 2 rounds. Again, very close, but still, that's you got to put that aside. And now going into this first round, they've lost it by 1 score as well. They want to take this next round. I mean, how do you do it? How do you come out of those tunnels ensuring you're going to win this round, and no matter what happens in that round 3, you're still going to see it?
I don't know. Intoxicated's coming out really hungry, and they're getting points on the board early, but then they're not able to get points on the board like continuing forward, and that's where the change up is happening. That's what we're seeing is Blast is then just taking it. They're being a little slower to start, but they're consistent in their goals. So I think if Intoxicated could keep that momentum that they're finding there in the beginning, and we would see a totally different game. And we do have to remember also that Blast does have a sub right now, and Yamari is incredible, doing a fantastic job joining them. So I don't know. I think just consistently keeping it up and not letting that, once they start to gain a couple of points, not letting that get in your head.
Yeah, 100%. And, they're already going. They're already fighting. That was an excellent pass to get it out of the bubble, but it's not going to make its way through the mid. What a return here from Blast. Boop firing at the open goal, but it's going to hit the ding ring instead. Best goalie NA and EU, apparently, but that's okay. They're not done yet. Boop looking for redemption. No, just kidding. Gonna go with this Joker train from Beaver. Oh, but stunned. It'll get denied. Winter with another pickup just looks to get rid of this one, sending it to the mid. Gonna connect with Antbutt UK, but under pressure here from Boop is going to force the pass immediately, and JBLB is waiting for exactly that, going back and forth with Boop before firing it on through.
All right, did I see it? Did a hydrate come through that I missed? We're being told consistently to hydrate. And
I'm sorry.
I feel like we may have missed one, so we're gonna drink for you anyways.
Do I just sound like a sponge? Is that my bad, guys? I'm like, I won't describe what's going on, but like my entire respiratory system is so gross right now.
Oh, a mistake there, and that disc is going to be right off the back wall again as Beaver does pick it up, moving right into that space. Fiend definitely trying to put some pressure on there and apply that. And I hope you're happy now, fam. And who was the other one up there? Tantalulu. We got you guys taken care of. We appreciate you watching out for us. That disc is going to go right back through the midfield as the stack is there, and that is going to be quickly grabbed and sent all the way down as Winter is coming. Going to send that one in for the 2.
I mean, Winter has arrived. There we go. That is exactly what they needed. Winter sinking in those 2 points is going to get Intoxicated to back within just one. And honestly, you know, after what just happened in that previous round, getting that early answer has got to be good for the mental game here to really push through the rest of this second round. What could be the last one if they don't pull through. But let's see what a read here from the Intoxicated stack, looking to break up this play. Fiend just slaps this one away from Beaver, but it's not enough to keep it away from Boop. Getting back to it and now slapping it forward once again, connecting with Beaver. Beaver now sending it, finding Yamari here at the cloud. Yamari has somebody in the goal here, so no shot is available. Tries to find JBLB, but the defense is all over it. Still gonna get into the hands of Boop, but Winter's not letting it go. Winter once again sending this one all the way through, bouncing around in the trap before being recovered here by JBLB for Blast. He'll feed it right back where it came from, but Scoober-Doo on the back line. That is exactly what he was waiting for. Sending this one up to Fiend, now playing some games with the stack. That's going to be read by JBLB. I'm so impressed by how much is going on in the midfield in this game. So many turnovers, so many reads, so much pressure, and another save comes through from Fiend, almost point blank there. What a grab to keep that one out of the Intoxicated goal, but Blast is not done yet as Boop gets another recovery, now looking to set up once again.
Okay, so you'll have to forgive me for my confusion right now. I've got Yamari, beautiful shot there. Yamari getting those points on the board for Blast. I have 2 players on the blue team that are orange for me. So Fiend is currently orange for me,
Okay.
and someone else there. Yeah. So if I make a mistake, I apologize.
Do you need to back out and restart Echo? I feel like that might be better here.
Oh, it's Fiend and Scoobert are both orange.
Well, at least it's yours and not H Penny's, because that would get real confusing on cast.
Sorry. I think I don't even know how to. I'm gonna have to take a picture because you're not gonna believe me. Anyway,
I believe it. I've seen some wacky things happen.
All right, that's gonna be Fiend picking that disc up there for Intoxicated, and
You sure?
holding that one.
You sure that's not Blast?
Their names are correct colors. Just their
okay,
bodies
well
are
that's
not.
good.
Sit down across to Winter. Winter gonna send it back for a nice reset, but it's gonna be intercepted by the Beaver JD stack, and they are sending it all the way in. Oh, gonna follow it up, finish it off, polished and sealed by Beaver.
What a play there from JBLB and Beaver. Great disruption there to force the turnover. A great shot from Beaver, just a little bit off, but they were still able to get the stack down and put it in for points regardless. And really, that's all that matters, is they get themselves up by 5. But now let's see how Intoxicated can answer back to this. Fiend holding for a second, drawing out that defender before sending it over to Winter. Winter now feeding through. A little bit of a relay going on here as Antbutt UK receives in the trap. He'll take it low, working his way forward, keeping an eye out for those teammates. Finds Scoober-Doo low on the floor. Oh, pressure in the bubble that was going to force this one out to Fiend. Fiend under that same pressure sends it over to Winter. I love the patience we're seeing from Intoxicated. You know, they're down by 5 points, which never feels good, but they're still playing smart. They're still playing with this possession in mind as Fiend on the boot looks for one more over to Antbutt UK. Gets through one. No, just kidding. Boop will not be denied. Steals that one away, but does not get the clear just yet. It's going to require a little bit of help from Beaver as he sends this one all the way through, but goalie is home and Scoober-Doo is going to return to sender.
And that's going to be Winter with the disc right now. Okay, everybody has returned back to normal. This is helpful. Fiend now with the disc down to Antbutt, who's going to send it right back to Winter. Winter across the arena. Fiend going to send it quickly back down, and that's going to be Scoobert with the disc there in the midfield area. Going to take that reset, send it forward to Fiend. Fiend down, but they're being so patient with their passes. They're doing a great job. Beautiful. That was a beautiful slap, man. That was good.
That was gorgeous. That was, oh my goodness. And Intoxicated still fighting here, back and forth, you know, despite the heavy pressure that they're getting from Blast, they're still, you know, not afraid to utilize that passing game, creating that time and space for themselves. But Blast, as I say that, has still found a way to get it on through. It looked like Beaver was eyeing up the cloud shot there. It's going to take a bad bounce instead into the hands of Fiend, who keeps it away from the incoming Blast player. That's what they needed. Over to Scoobert. Scoobert over to Antbutt UK. That shot lane is going to close, but they are going to hold the possession. Now down low, looking for that cross over to Winter, just a bit off though, but it all works as it finds Scoober-Doo instead, resetting back to Fiend to slow this one down a little bit. Now up into the hands of Antbutt UK, floating back, sends it to Scoobert, now to Winter. Winter fires, but Beaver says no. Excellent save from him as he sends it all the way through the same side tunnel. Oh, stack in the area, recovered by Boop. Now over to Yamari, and there we go. That's going to be in for the 2, and Blast goes up by 7.
So they are definitely continuing their aggressive play that they had there in the first round of this match. Wow. Okay, Intoxicated down by a couple of points, so they've got 7 points that they need to make up. That's a good couple of goals, but I think they could definitely do it.
I feel like if I was Intoxicated right now, this is where you take that timeout, right? You've got 3 minutes remaining. You're down by 7. Obviously, what's going on right now is not quite working. Maybe you take that second to cool it off and figure it out, or maybe they're just better. No! Oh my goodness, another save from Beaver, but Scuba Dude, determined to see that one in, is gonna pick it up and put that one in for the 2. So hey, maybe I'm wrong. They just got those 2 points on the board. It's gonna get them back within just 5. That is 2 scores, and there's 2.5 minutes to find it. That is still very doable here for Intoxicated.
It is definitely, and yeah, I agree. I think if you were Intoxicated, I would take the timeout too. That's going to be Boop with that disc. Going to send that one quickly down the tunnel into the hands of Beaver in the tunnel area. They're going to just keep advancing that one forward, sending it across to Yamari. Yamari right back to JB. JB very careful with positioning. Going to get that disc up to Beaver. Send it right back. Their passes are so good. Passes are so clean. Boop right now with the disc, just going to keep moving that forward into the hands of Yamari. Yamari looking for the cut, going to find it, but off of Fiend.
I don't know what just happened. Did Fiend take it through the goal? Did it go through? You know what? I don't know.
No.
Either way, points are going to be points. And with that 2-pointer, it's going to get them up by 7. That's a minimum of 3 scores. That is not a fun position to be in if you're Intoxicated right now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. At some point, it's going to shift into needing to be a 3 if they can't find enough 2s quickly enough. And we'll see if they can do it. This is looking good. Fired up to Antbutt. Antbutt looking for the mail slot, but no delivery today as it bounces off the backboard and into the hands of JBLB. He'll send it up to Mary. Mary looking here, working this one forward, connecting with Beaver. Beaver, a bold backboard shot as he gets stunned out, and it's gonna work. In for the 3. Blast goes up by 10.
You know, what's interesting about that, and I hadn't thought about it until that shot, they haven't made too many, there haven't been a whole lot of backboard shots.
No, you're right. I just realized, yeah.
They've been pretty clean, straightforward shots. So that was interesting to see, and I hadn't really noticed it. I don't know if that's a I don't know, cultural thing, or I don't know if it's, I don't know. Interesting. I'll have to pay attention to that moving forward. That's going to be a nice grab there by Boop. Going to deny that goal, sending it right back through into the midfield area as the stacks do move in, and that's going to be Antbutt. Oh, nope, Yamari with the disc. Yamari going to send it right through and up into the hands of Boop. Boop taking the shot, and it is good, and they stretch that lead to 13 with just 30 seconds left on the clock.
I don't know what in particular Blast did differently here, but they have put it into overdrive. They want to be done in just 2 rounds, and they have sealed the deal. We're out of mathematical time, of course, here. It is just a matter of by how much is Blast going to win this final round. As the headbutt comes through from Intoxicated, it actually gets all the way through the tunnel, takes a good bounce. Winter with the pickup here, moving around on the cloud, looking for that lane, sends it to Scoobert behind the back. Not going to work that time. Second shot won't either, but Scoobert 2, there we go, gets in the 2, and though it's not enough, it is going to be the last goal. And listen, there are some fun community leagues I know where the last goal is the only one that matters. So congratulations to Intoxicated. No, just kidding. Hard fought Blast, and they are going to take it in 2 rounds.
They are. That was fun to watch. That was a great set of games. Those were fantastic. And even taking the losses, they were so close.
Yep.
I mean, to have been a game like that with that much intensity and just to be 1 goal apart in a good handful of those rounds is breathtaking. So kudos to both of these teams, and of course to Blast for the win today, as that'll be interesting to see, what happens as far as rankings go after that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll keep an eye on that though, and yeah, it'll be fun to see how that happens. That is going to be our last match though here, at least for now. I don't know if there's going to be matches later on, but at least for this EU set, that is going to do it. Congratulations to Blast, their double victory over Intoxicated, and shout out to Intoxicated. That was such a hard fought match here. Blast is no easy team to go against, and the fact that they kept it so close so often, really hats off to them as well. But that is going to do it. Jeep, you got anything else before we get on out of here?
Nope. Keep playing and have fun, and
Yes. Yeah. Keep playing the game, guys. I know things are kind of sad at the moment, but like, you've got to keep playing the game. It is so important. don't end it early. The lights may turn off on August 1st, but don't let them turn it off earlier than that. Enjoy the time that we've got. I have been Psychaotic. Thank you to Jeepgirlz in the booth with me who casted this lovely match. This lovely lady, thank you so much for being here. And of course, H. Penny as well, running the cams, running the show, doing everything that he does to make sure that this stream even happens. Thank you to you as well. And you as well, the viewers, for being here with us watching this. This was a lot of fun. I loved watching the chat. So thank you so much for the energy. And until next time, I can't remember Palador's intro, but like imagine that it was right here and it was really wholesome and everything. Bye!
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're underway.
Season 7 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.